London is going to get this eventually, especially with the Valkyrie up and the respawns coming in.
Yeah, that's the thing. You've got that spawn advantage to get people back quicker here. JjoNak demeched again. Moth did res super, and they're on the point again for the moment, but New York nearly took it. Now they're just going to go in with JjoNak. He's like, hey guys, just follow me. I'm going to the point. Sleepy responds with his own trance as well. JjoNak and Sinatra down regardless, though. Libero sneaking on that. Ooh, nearly got one shot by Sleepy there.
Hey, San Francisco,
a right click.
Yeah, San Francisco did a great job of holding this so far. They nearly pushed them into overtime. And that's like basically a minute and a half, 2 minutes that they were just able to delay. So you'll take that.
Kind of abused for doing that. And right under the payload comes the Earth Shatter. That's 4 down actually with that Earth Shatter. Oh, and the self-destruct comes in. The DMEC and 3 kills besides. But the Dragon Strike going through. Libero does get the kill onto Super, so New York trying to push through yet again. JjoNak has the Transcendence out. They're so close. The self-destruct though, caused people to run and hide. Oh, JjoNak got caught by that. Couldn't get behind the wall fast enough.
They are going to get a resurrection. Oh no, Baby shoots Animo right as he's trying to res. And this could be it for San Francisco.
This could be it for New York. Mecco in a little bit of trouble here. Libero down as well. And now San Francisco doing what they can to try to push him back. Janus jumps on, but he doesn't have a lot of health left. Another Earth Shatter comes through, and that's a hold from the San Francisco Shock. New York stopped cold as New York tries to get onto the point, but Sinatra there with the whole hog, keeping them away for a little bit longer. Another tick taken. Kills coming in from New York, though, so San Francisco starting to scramble a little bit here.
Yeah, Animo waited to use the Valkyrie until the Shocks had already run out. So they gave up the second tick for that. And we'll see if it's worth it in the end, because the great thing about the Shocks comp is it has such excellent staying power on the point. So you can get a tick here or there, even when you lose a fight in the end.
There will be a loss in the end of the fight for that particular excursion on this retreat. Same for JjoNak.
Another Riptire though, Doa.
Yeah, but will it get anything? First 2 didn't get anything, and the third
Sleepy
won't
stays
either.
alive!
Sleepy nearly taken out, but he still lives, and now New York getting the kills. Moth finished off by that self-destructed. Super done, and that's going to be the end of the map. New York holds.
Leave him. It's so hard to get a Zenyatta through that choke point.
That's going to make it pretty vulnerable. Ooh, Saebyeolbe, though, finds a vulnerable Baby Bay. Sleepy down as well. New York storming onto point A now. The res comes through onto Baby Bay. Somehow Moth able to bring him back up again. Meanwhile, the hook from JjoNak. Nice job taking out Saebyeolbe. New York, though, still coming out ahead on that fight. And that should be point A.
I mean, the damage had already...
In the end, San Francisco manages to hold with no ticks taken by New York.
I mean, this is how it opens, but you just can't let Libero come down there.
High ground. Going for another push here. DMEC on the JjoNak facing a lot of pressure up here. Drops right down, but Sinatra's there. Meanwhile, on the point, New York getting the kills. Libero with another barrage ready to go. Waiting for a chance. That's a good one. Right through the Transcendence. Sleepy not able to keep people alive. Just hops over to finish off Sinatra, and that's New York crushing that fight on point B. Now they've got to deal with the respawns, but so far so good here. You can really cover the doors well with the Vara. Baby Bay back, goodbye Moth though. Sinatra a little bit on his own. Now Super jumps back onto the point, on the Winston now, not lasting very long, and with that self-destruct, that should be it. They don't even need it to go off. New York. Baby Bay for once stays alive in this push for San Francisco, and that's making a big difference. That shield bash is tough to deal with. Here comes the tire though, and that's gonna find, Sinatra pops a shield, but it gets behind Reinhardt. No kills out of that one somehow, some way. And Shock gonna finish off this fight and take point A. And that's by time, now Mono enters the fray. He's got the shield down, he can dodge in and out of it a little bit. Pushing San Francisco back, but not enough, as San Francisco will not be denied here. JjoNak behind the ice wall as he swapped over to the May. It's a lot of charge for Sinatra too, man, 100 charge. JjoNak, the last man standing. He'll get taken out. More respawns coming in, but Far really can't hold the point for too long on her own.
No, has to drop down into the Slambulance on the point, though. That would never work. Mecco going to be knocked down just to make sure that he's taken off. Nice charge to buy some more time, and that will be the opportunity the Shock need.
JjoNak back to the point. That's going to be a bit of pressure on there from Saebyeolbe, but the fight taken to him by Sleepy, who gets the pick right away. No pressure from New York now. As they jump in, they're going to have to brawl it out, but Sleepy with another one onto Animo, and Sinatra finishes off Mono, and JjoNak coming in with their Transcendence, but it's all jazz hands and not a lot of glee for New York, as San Francisco will full hold here on point A.
That's my new favorite saying, Noah. It's all jazz hands, but not a lot of glee. JjoNak used his self-destruct, so now they don't have a combo with Sinatra. It's going to be hard.
Now they're going to get on the point just in time. Saebyeolbe gets Sinatra again.
What a huge play!
Get the grab, Saebyeolbe. We looked at the stats. We know what this guy can do, and man, talk about an MVP candidate. Super down, Mono finishes him off. Moth not gonna last too much longer. It looks like San Francisco just trying to stay in it. Babybay finally gets a bit of revenge on the Saebyeolbe, but it's all New York right now. Only JjoNak left near the point, and another rip tire should end it. He's out of the mech, he's out of the game, and New York manages to somehow draw the draw on Hanamura. Bubble from Sinatra that keeps him alive as he goes around the pillar. Pine, though, he gets Moth, and somebody's got to deal with Pine. Who's going to be the lumberjack to chop down Pine?
No one.
Oh, not this time. Dennis gets super.
Unfortunately for the San Francisco Shock, nobody. But they did get, 40% of this point done by the time everything is settled.
Yeah,
NYXL, we saw this the last earlier.
His way into what will hopefully be a swap, but I don't think so, man. They've got Libero firing from the side here, but San Francisco looks pretty hard to stop on the point at the moment.
Yeah,
at 99% already.
Yeah, Graviton dropped on the low ground. It's only Libero and a mini Diva, and San Francisco looks like they are going to be taking Gardens eventually. And they will. Nobody there. A barrage in midair.
Back captain himself. San Francisco has to run back. Kind of smart of New York to send in their Winston.
Yeah, that's what they need. They need to split them up, try and force them apart. Sleepy had to fade back there, which cut off some of the healing from the front line, and now the NYXL pushing forward, but Libero falls in mid-barrage to Sinatra.
Animo really tried to keep him healed up, but he couldn't quite do it. Gets the res, though, so he brings him back to life anyway. And early kill on a Babybay. New York trying to take it back. Oh, but Super with a nice Earth Shatter. That's two. Luckily for Pine, though, well, maybe not so luckily. He did die eventually, but initially was body blocked from dying to the charge by Meko. Shock still holds, though, and they look like they might be on their way to a 2-0 win here on Oasis. If they can just win this last fight, they've got it. Sinatra got the grab, pulls in Meko. He's a sitting duck now, and that's going to be Shock getting the 2-0 on Oasis.
The cruel gorilla handler, is that what you're saying, Noah?
Oh, Saebyeolbe's had enough, though. And now New York coming back in a big way. This Riptire is going to need to be massive to save point A for Shock, and it will not be. Saebyeolbe picks it out of the air, and now San Francisco on their last legs defensively here. Maybe people can get back in time. That payload still doesn't move very far, and the tanks are actually delaying for quite a while, but now the rest of the team has to fight it without tanks, and that's going to be tough. So,
yep. Strong hold, though, from the San Francisco Shock. This is where the comps are going to have to change. Super wants to play the Reinhardt now, and Babybay, who has been showing us some Brigitte.
Dies before Valkyrie gets popped. That's going to be a problem for Shock. Meanwhile, Sleepy had the Transcendence out. Sinatra managed to find the Pulse Bomb on Mono. Libero, though, jumping after Sleepy. How in the world is he staying alive? JjoNak's like, you know what? I got the finish, man. Don't worry about it. Super blocks the self-destruct meanwhile. And now the Valkyrie comes in, but there's no one left in Saebyeolbe with the finish. That's going to be point B. It's a strong
bit better for the most part than their attack route this series.
Barrage coming in. Has to look away from JjoNak. Doesn't want to blow himself up with his huge amount of anime rockets. Meanwhile, New York, 5 seconds left. This needs to be a fight that New York wins if they want to finish the point. Shock loses Moth early. Not a great start to lose out Lucio. And here comes the grab. Libero waiting for it, drops a barrage as Sinatra tries to get in to save the rest of his team. That's a lot of kills from New York. And that's going to be the finish. Nearly a team kill, just Sleepy and Moth left, and they're scrambling to get back to the point. Moth can't do it. Sleepy can with the fade, but that's going to be that. And in overtime, New York completes their attack round.
I love that
Deep, though, with the Pharah. The supercharger does not last long, but neither does Meko's mech. Sinatra gets a final kill onto the mini Diva inside, so Shock nearly has point A done here. But somebody's got to deal with Libero. That's a great D-mech on a JjoNak. A final blow onto him as well as he pops out of the mech. And Shock in a lot of trouble here. New York on the verge of full holding here on point A.
Oh,
man.
Sinatra just rocket and a punch.
Fist to the face from far, but it does at least bottle them up where New York can kind of keep an eye on him. Sleepy tries to be elusive, but it doesn't work out. And now Moth half health. The payload still stalled. Moth down. Libero taking matters into his own hands. And New York finishes off the rest of San Francisco. Guess what, Monty? Inigo Montoya is not left-handed, and New York is still one of the best teams in Overwatch League.
And San Francisco, as we thought, was just not quite there yet. I love that Oasis map. I love their game plan coming in. And they'll be a force in the future, but the fundamentals really...